Howdy Fortnite friends, you good? Good? Good. There are two words that are becoming more and more synonymous with Fortnite the older and older it gets. Dead game. Usually tweeted out by ex-players who are bitter that they weren't good enough to go pro and are now facing a life with zero prospects while their parents get mad at them for having no job and just making the whole house smell like unwashed bulls. Is there any truth to Fortnite being a dead game? Or is it in as strong a spot in 2021 as it was back in 2017? I'm Jimmy of Cultured Vultures, and follow me as we go back into Fortnite's past, present and future. It's kind of crazy to chart the success of Epic Games' Fortnite, especially after it had such an underwhelming start as a pure PvE experience, which was later renamed Save the World and left to die. In the making for years, Save the World didn't set the charts ablaze when it released, and was seen by a lot of people as a disappointment both commercially and critically. Seeing an opportunity after the rise of PUBG, Epic made Fortnite Battle Royale, and the rest is history. Millions of Fortnite socks, figurines, and lasagna recipes probably sold later. Does Fortnite still have millions upon millions of players that it did way back in 2017? So then, Epic have been very conservative when it comes to releasing official player figures in recent times, only mentioning specific landmarks of total players reached and also when they are suing Apple. In May 2020, Epic announced that Fortnite had a staggering 350 million registered accounts, with players spending 3.3 billion hours in-game during the month of April 2020. That's a lot of dabbing. They reiterated the same figure in August 2020 in a lawsuit with Epic. Of course, the worldwide situation may have helped both these figures, but there's no balking at such impressive figures all the same. However, due to the huge fallout between Epic Games and Apple, it seems that the total number of Fortnite players may have crashed quite significantly. According to Epic themselves, Fortnite on iOS devices make up roughly 116 million players of the 350 million who have played Fortnite in total. That's an absolutely gigantic loss that doesn't look like changing anytime soon as long as the legal battle continues. Which, by the way, is going to be for many years because legal battles are nowhere near as sexy as they are in the movies. Even with all those players now being gone, it's still nothing to sniff at. That's 200 million players, which is more than 99.99999% of games can ever hope for. With its significant pop culture status and the game's free nature, Fortnite has become a game that many people have played. That doesn't answer the question of who's still playing the game, however. So if we're talking about active players, then we are going to use the term concurrent, which means how many people are playing it at the same time. If we're looking at it monthly, however, there's one month that stands out above the rest, and is one of the only months that Epic have publicly made available in terms of Fortnite players. The player base for Fortnite was, and you might want to sit down for this, 78.3 million over the course of August 2018. This was when the game was relatively new to Switch and Android, and it was in the holidays for school, meaning that younger players had all the time in the world to play Fortnite. This also lands right about when Fortnite was in the public consciousness everywhere, literally at the height of its zeitgeist. You couldn't escape Fortnite. You'd go to bed, Fortnite was there. You'd wake up, Fortnite was there. You'd go and have a big poo and Fortnite was there. Just over 2 years later, however, and it seems that Fortnite is still going incredibly strong in terms of daily active users. In August 2020, Fortnite's daily active users were definitively revealed in the lawsuit between Epic Games and Apple over the game's status on the App Store. It was reported in the lawsuit filings that 2.5 million of the roughly 25 million daily active users for Fortnite played exclusively on iOS before the two companies' legal battle began. Of course, Fortnite is now no longer available on iOS, rest in peace. If you take away the 2.5 million iOS players, there are 22.5 million people who play Fortnite daily, at least as reported in August 2020. 22.5 million players might actually be a bit too low, as those iOS players probably didn't all just disappear from Fortnite at once. They probably went to other platforms like PS4, PS5, PC, etc, etc. It's not like 2.5 million players are just going to stop playing Fortnite. And that's without mentioning that the Marvel crossover might have raised this even higher, along with the Christmas season last year likely giving it an even more significant boost. So 22.5 million players every single day, that might actually be a little bit conservative. You can actually find out the concurrent Fortnite players with some basic, if not entirely accurate maths. If you're basing off the 22.5 million daily active users who didn't play the game on iOS, the average concurrent players every hour for Fortnite is 937,500. That's higher than basically every game on Steam at any given time. But how about some slightly more recent figures? Well, we will have to look at Fortnite's famous events for those. Fortnite's events also show just how often the game can pull in gigantic numbers for special occasions. In February 2019, popular EDM artist Marshmello held an in-game concert played by 10.7 million people. This overtook the previous record held by the Rocket event of Season 4, which brought in 8.3 million players. On a similar note, the game enjoyed a peak concurrent player count for a non-event for a single day, with 7.6 million players on February 16th, 2019. For comparison, the most popular games on Steam struggled to crack 1 million concurrent players for a day. The game didn't hit the same Marshmello heights until the Black Hall event at the end of what we now know as Chapter 1. It went down as the most viewed gaming event in history on Twitch, YouTube and Twitter, with a staggering 42.8 million views on the latter. YouTube numbers reached 4.3 million viewers and 1.7 million viewers on Twitch. Epic did not release official word on how many in-game players witnessed the end, however, which is a little odd, but okay. In early 2020, Epic reported that there were 12.3 million concurrent players for the first showing of the Travis Scott event, smashing the previous record held by Marshmello when 10.7 million people attended that concert back at the start of 2019. Epic would later mention that 27.7 million unique players in total watched the event in total over its many showings. In late 2020, with the conclusion of the Season 4 event, 15.3 million concurrent players watched on as Galactus consumed the Fortnite island and then basically just burped it up again. Notice how these events keep going up year after year? Galactus was a big leap over the last record, which just goes to show that people really do still care about Fortnite. Epic don't seem to have yet made any statement on how their Fortnite revenues fared in 2020, but it's fair to say that they probably took a big hit. While player numbers are almost certainly pretty high, Epic's mad move in 2020 probably sunk their income. It's highly likely that Fortnite's 2020 revenues will see a sharp decline due to the dispute between Apple and Epic Games. Fortnite has lost 2.5 million daily active users on the platform, which can only hurt their bottom line. Epic also potentially shot themselves in the foot for Fortnite revenue by permanently lowering V-Bucks prices to win favour with their players, though this may have actually made players more likely to spend more. On top of that, Fortnite skins arguably aren't quite as in demand as they once were, the competitive players favouring simple basic skins over the flashy ones. With a lot of Fortnite players taking the game very, very seriously these days, it makes sense. I mean, players are literally running it around as just a faceless, featureless gimp nowadays, so they can't be seen as well as usual. Fashion doesn't matter to the sweaties. Why would they need to buy a new skin? All that said, Epic did release a new subscription service for Fortnite, which I need to cancel by the way, called Fortnite Crew, which gives you an exclusive skin every month as well as access to free V-Bucks. So it'll be fascinating to see how that has fared for them in terms of revenue. With the launch of Chapter 2 and every subsequent season bringing a whole new set of eyes on the game and also possibly bringing some old players back, the amount of people playing Fortnite is still absolutely massive. Any mention of Fortnite dying feels really just a bit silly, especially when it's almost always in the top 5 most viewed games on Twitch, even when other games have special events on, and events like the End and concerts can bring in staggering viewing figures. Sure, it may never reach the same heights it did when Ninja played with Drake and the Twitch Prime packs were released, but Fortnite is more than alive and kicking. No matter how many people hate it, Fortnite just cannot stop earning headlines and being in the public frame of mind. In January 2020, it was announced that it would become an official college esport. Epic Games also announced that the Epic Games Store has enjoyed over 100 million users, suggesting that they are going to have whatever funds they need to keep supporting the game for years to come. That's without even considering the profit percentage they get from games that license their Unreal Engine. Epic are flush with cash and can pretty much throw money at any problem they have with Fortnite. Even a really silly lawsuit with Apple that is absolutely pathetic and should end. As for consoles, Fortnite has been a launch title for the PS5 and Xbox Series XS, meaning that it will be hitting yet another new platform. Adoption rates for the new consoles will likely be low to begin with, though as more people buy the new consoles, that will only make Fortnite's player figures soar even higher. Epic also revealed at the same time that Fortnite will be migrating to Unreal Engine 5 at some point in 2021. This could honestly go either way in terms of what it does to the game, but if the Switch changes the game in a big way for the better, it may even bring back some old players. Epic Games don't seem to be able to crack the biggest market on the planet, however: China. PUBG Mobile, PUBG Mobile still reigns supreme over there, with the end event not reaching as many players as it should have. If Fortnite can somehow crack China and become as big over there as it is here, that would see its numbers skyrocket once again, possibly even bigger than they were at Fortnite's peak. Because I don't know if you heard this, but there are quite a few people in China. The continued battle between Epic and Apple will also play a huge part in the future and longevity of Fortnite, especially as iOS consists of many millions of players. There doesn't seem to be any movement on that front, with both companies refusing to budge, so until Apple return Fortnite to the App Store, Fortnite may not be able to reach as many players as it potentially could. But with or without the game on iOS, Fortnite remains as big a game in 2021 as it did in 2020, 2019, 2018 and 2017. So the next time Fortnite is brought up as a dead game, forward them this video as definitive proof that it isn't going anywhere anytime soon. I hope you enjoyed this little analysis into Fortnite's future, past and present. Are you still playing Fortnite? Be sure to let me know down below, and thank you for watching.